Well, hey. Oh, is there a delay? Right? That should do it. Okay, yeah. Well, thanks everyone for joining this morning's episode of the Blue Gamer Bluecast Morning Show. I'm your host Adam Blue, which I guess it's every day, not really every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Central. I'll start rambling on about video games, the latest video game news, what I've been getting into, a whole lot of stuff like that. Yeah, and it's Monday, so that means usually on the weekend, I had a lot more that I got into, so that might make for a more interesting episode. We'll see as we get in there. But yeah, it is August 12th, so we're already getting into mid-August, and I thought August just started. There's already been some interesting releases. But yeah, what did I do this past weekend? Let's actually show that. Give me a second here. All right, this is on Exophase. I show this nearly every day. For those that aren't familiar, it's a way where you can like track all your activity across different platforms. So what I really got into was starting on the 10th, um, Metal Slug X. So Metal Slug X is the alternate sequel to Metal Slug. So it's Metal Slug 2, but done in the 3 engine. I guess there was a lot of slowdown with 2, so they just kind of reconfigured it. So because I had originally played through 2 on the 9th, and then on the 10th, played through X. And it says 43 minutes. So that's about how long it takes to beat it. Probably shorter if better at late game. There's a lot of continuing I'm doing because I'm dying. So yeah, it'd probably be shorter than that. And then I went back to Metal Slug 3 to play through it again to kind of go clear up some achievements. And it's just fun to play that game again. So there's that. And then there's this game called Vernal Edge that was, I forgot how I stumbled upon it. It might have been on GOG or something. It was super cheap. And it's a Metroidvania, and I've started playing it. It's actually pretty fun. So I need to get back to it. It actually is pretty fun. Then there's Metal Slug Awakening, which obviously that's one that I still continue to play. I'm much further into like what would be the proper campaign of this game. The levels are played in dashes, like one dash, whatever. I'm in the tens, so it could be a 10-3 or 10-4. So there's already a lot more levels than a standard Metal Slug game. I mean, for being free, Metal Slug Awakening is already it's already far superior than all the others. I mean, you could debate the pixel graphics are more intriguing of the original Metal Slug, and I agree. The only reason the art direction exists the way it does on Metal Slug Awakening is based on trying to take those pixel style graphics to modern times. Um, but it's interesting because you could play the regular campaign mode, and then it has maps remade from the previous games, but now you have more characters you can use on the fly, different weapons, abilities. Um, yeah, you could still play the essence of what Metal Slug is. It still allows you to do that. So, um, yeah, and then Ender Lilies. So this is one that I think it came out on PS Plus, so I wanted to check it out. It's a Metroidvania. It This one actually looks really good, really high quality. You know what? It's funny because I'm forgetting between Vernal Edge and Ender Lilies. There's a lot of similarities there. Um, Vernal Edge, if I'm not mistaken, it had these 3D sections between maps where you're in an airship and it looks like PS1 graphics, and then you can fly to other islands and land. I think it looked great what they were doing here. So that mixed with the standard, side-scrolling combat's pretty good. Ender Lilies had really good graphics, but it's interesting. I played these two Metroidvanias close to each other, and I kind of forget about what they were about, but there you go. Um, so yeah, that's kind of all I really got into. Not too much, not too crazy. This past weekend, no VR either. Um, let's see what other stuff I've pulled up here. Hi-Fi Rush Studio shut down by Microsoft, saved by PUBG's publisher. So, if you're not familiar with the whole Tango Gameworks thing, Microsoft is going to shut them down, but now they're still around. So, that worked out. Not much more I can add to that. Yeah, I think we'll jump into news. Before we get into news, though, I will show off a couple video game related things I got over the weekend. So, if you're not familiar already, there's that company Jada Toys that makes the Street Fighter figures, and they're very popular for making them because they're like high-end figures that are sold pretty cheap. They're sold in the Marvel Legends range. And so for San Diego Comic-Con, they had some exclusives that you could order. And so I got them in, and one is the Player 2, I think, Chun-Li, and it comes with the celebrating head sculpt and the peace sign, which is pretty cool. What's neat about that is the head sculpt on this has a slight shade of pink to match her outfit, but it also came with a head sculpt that had the white for the previous version. So it's cool that they did that. But why would I get this? Why would I get a Player 2 Street Fighter character of Chun-Li? I don't know, but it speaks to me. This sort of thing speaks to me. It could have been, the age I was when Street Fighter was out. The other one I got, this is pretty sick, is Violent Ken. Yeah, that's right. Violent Ken. It's very neat. It even has like this slight purple wash between the muscle definition that looks really good. It kind of goes for his look. He comes with effect parts also. But it is insane how good these figures are in terms of when it comes to video game action figures. These are some of the best, even going up against like an SH Figure Arts Elden Ring figure, which I didn't think was that great. The Figma Demon Souls figure is really good, but for the price and what you get out of these Street Fighter figures, it's pretty amazing. So yeah, that's what I got out of. And then the other thing, I think I already mentioned it here because it's video game related, is the little Metal Slug figures that I got. Minifigures that come with some of the model kits. It's pretty cool. All right. I think that's all I really have to show off. Yeah, so let's move into some of the latest news and see if there's anything interesting going on this Monday. 4 years offers the right balance to make a new Assassin's Creed game. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm excited about this new Assassin's Creed game. We'll see. Reforged Labs raises 3.9 million in funding round. I'm telling you, the firm which provides AI tools to game studios for video advertisements. Man, that's such a specific non-gaming thing. But hey, that's where the money is. A new Sunsoft Retro compilation brings 3 Famicom games to the West for the first time. Well, that is neat. Let's see if we can get some more information. Are these games that I would even play? The 3 games included are Firework Thrower Kintaro's 53 Stations of the Tokaido. That's the name. The Wing of Medulla and Ripple Island. Wow, those are both all 3 completely different names for games. Let's see. Yeah, these are really NES style. Very cool, though. I like it when these older games are thrown together in a compilation and include some old art. So any more information? Wait a minute. It will be priced at $9.99. That's really okay. So September 6th, $9.99. That's actually pretty good. So there's a physical version that would be a lot more expensive. But for those 3 games, $9.99 put into like a little package with some lore, that's pretty good. I was curious about the price on that, but that's actually pretty good. All right. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's reshare. Okay. All right. The Borderlands movie had an embarrassing opening weekend. Yeah, that's all I heard about this weekend is how bad Borderlands the movie did. Crafton acquires Tango Gameworks and Hi-Fi Rush franchise from Microsoft. I think I just talk about this. Or did I not? But anyway, yeah, that's good that they got saved. Studio that didn't get shut down when we thought it would. Let's see. Enshrouded reaches 3 million players. I remember hearing about it, but not really playing it. So many games to play. Okay, so Modern Warfare Remastered is the second best-selling game on Steam thanks to the Modern Warfare 2 mod. That's interesting. Huh. Okay, let's see. Anything else interesting that happened? Because I'm almost afraid no. Same news article showing up. The Witcher 4 will feature Geralt, but not as the lead character actor claims. Huh. Or Geralt, right? I think there's multiple ways you could say it. Fortnite X Marvel Absolute Doom. Pretty neat. There's a little Peely Wolverine there. There's this line that you could cross when it comes to an IP to where things just get to be just a goofy mess. And to me, that's almost what Marvel is now compared to what it was before. I don't know, just seeing a banana dressed as Wolverine. That's where we are. if Deadpool didn't do enough, and that's done on for a reason in a certain way. I tell you, there is not that much news going on. Black Myth Wukong full achievement list. That's coming out soon. That's going to be fun. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about this last week, taking a feature out of a game. The sentiment around Marathon at Bungie is not great, it's claimed. Yeah, we heard that too. Take-Two still won't put AAA games on subscription services on day one. Yeah, I talked about a lot of stuff from last week, so not much has really happened. Yeah, there's not much to talk about. So what would then I add as like my plans for the week? So it's 8/12. Let me see real quick what games are coming out this week. Because I know I already discussed that, but there's always things being brought up. Let me share this real quick. Okay. So, if today's the 12th, then we've got Madden 25. Sam and Max, The Devil's Playhouse Remastered. Very interesting. Those games existed when I was young and I never got into them. Okay, Dredge the Iron Ring. So I haven't played Dredge. It looks neat. It's got some new DLC coming out. Okay. Where was I? Okay, Black Myth Wukong on the 20th. So let me see what's going on here. Okay. So that means for the rest of the week, unless there's some small little indie. Okay, because that does say just PlayStation. So let's scroll down here more. Okay, that's going into. Oh, they have this divided up in a very annoying manner. Okay, here's August, just the Sam Max and Dredge. Okay, Farewell North. Can't say I've heard of that. Okay. Too bad that I look at the screenshot and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. And it could be good. I need to click in. Um, so it's like Okami or something. I mean, that's cool. Actually, let me share this. So yeah, it. I don't know. I'd have to hear more about it. Let's see what else. Core Keeper. Is that like a sci-fi dungeon keeper? Let's see. So it's already out though. Um, okay, interesting. All right, now let's skip to Xbox. Same thing. The difference is Xbox is getting Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is already out on PC and PS4, PS5. That is the only difference. So let's see if it happens to have. Okay, yeah, PC. So this is where there would be more, right? Stormgate. So Stormgate tomorrow, is that going to be its official release? And it's funny, I haven't picked this up yet because the reviews. Okay. So it's free to play on August 13th. It's like right now you could buy the early access pack. Okay. Interesting. It's very interesting. I didn't really, I guess, realize that this is just a free to play game, which could speak to why it has mixed reviews. I'm gonna have to check it out myself. Wow. Interesting reviews. So we'll see. So okay, that's something interesting that I'm gonna be checking out this week. Because there's not too much else. And that's on the 13th. So by Wednesday, I should probably have some impressions of that. Um, let's see. Dawn of Defiance. Let's see. You are Defier, subjected to a mythic plot across ruined isles. It's okay. It's like Greek survival craft. Okay, I mean, it looks cool actually. A little different look for a survival crafting game. Okay, that comes out pretty soon. It'll be interesting to see. And then, yeah, I think that is it for that week. So, for sure, I'm going to be trying Stormgate because I really want to see if they could really bring the RTS back, that type, the more craft, Warcraft, StarCraft. But looking at those reviews and the fact that it was early access and then it's going to be free to play, which is funny. Some news I heard. What was I listening to? I think I was listening to an interview with a developer. I forget where. It might have been Side Scrollers. It was a place I know that I usually don't listen to interviews because I think the point is to sensationalize it. But this was a pretty interesting conversation because they were talking about Command and Conquer 4 as a ex-EA dev. And he just said all the things that I needed to hear to kind of solidify what was going on during that time with Command and Conquer 4. Is originally there was another game being made that was going to be a browser-based game or a free-to-play game or something that was Command and Conquer. And then I guess further on in the development, they're like, you know what? Let's just make this Command and Conquer 4. And that's where the real Command and Conquer 4 came from. If you remember, the gameplay is a lot different in that Command and Conquer And that's what was kind of the big idea of like, okay, what's going on here? Where you had like this big mobile RV, which is not too dissimilar from what's in Command and Conquer, but that was the basis of the game, and you would travel around to then build up an army, but then lift back up, travel around, and it was just a weird game. I mean, they had the cutscenes and everything, which is awesome, the FMV, but the game itself. Anyway, it was just interesting listening to a developer to kind of get confirmation that yeah, the game turned out bad for a specific reason. So, anyway, I think that's it for today's episode. Just not too much going on. Even the games I was playing, not much going on there. That was crazy. I think the good news out of this is hearing, that Tango Gameworks is going to be finding a home. Good for them. I don't know what that means exactly, because are they even going to have their IPs to work on? It's just a team of developers that no longer has Shinji Mikami at the helm, so they don't have their right. That's who it was. Yeah, so they don't have like their the main, creative. So be interesting to see what happens. Anyway, all thanks for watching. Until next time, be cool.